Getting replacement titles for a manufactured home in Georgia. Hey guys, this is Brad with GAMobileHomebuyers.com and ArborviewHomebuyers.com. I'm a real estate investor located in the metro Atlanta area, but I actually buy properties all over the state of Georgia, and I have a lot of experience buying mobile and manufactured homes. So today I want to talk about getting replacement titles. I just had to do this the other day on a deal that we have purchased actually about a month ago now, and bought the land. But we had we discovered some issues where the owner that we bought the place from had bought this house in 2019 and even had a mortgage on it and everything. And he was selling the property to us. And they thought that they had retired the titles, but the title company who did the closing back in 2019 did not retire the titles properly. So we had to unwind all of that and fix all of that. And one of the things we had to do is actually get replacement titles. And we had to reach out to the previous owner, the guy he bought it from, find that guy and get him, because the titles to the mobile home or the manufactured home were in his name still. We had to get him to sign and give us a power of attorney to get replacement titles. And then just the other day, once I got replacement titles, I signed those titles just kind of over to myself and skipped the seller that we bought the land from totally out of the picture. Now I'll get them in my name. And then also I have the deed in my name. So everything will be in line now. And then I will retire the titles. I've got another video up here about retiring mobile home titles. So let's get into it today. How do you get replacement titles and why would you need replacement titles? Well, if you have not retired the titles properly, if you're going to sell the property, you're going to need titles. If you can't find those titles, you need replacement titles in order to sell the property, because you're going to have to sign just like you would with a car. And in the case of a double wide, there are two titles. There is one for side A and one for side B. If you have a single wide, there's only one title. And in this case, what you're going to have to do is get replacement titles in your name. Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to fill out a form, which is called the MV1 form. All right, so I'm going to jump over here and share my screen. All right, so here we go. So here is the MV1 form. This is the Georgia Department of Revenue Motor Vehicle Form MV1 Motor Vehicle Title Application. You are going to use this to get replacement titles for your mobile or manufactured home. This is the same form that you would use to get a car title too. Also, if you are transferring title from a seller to a buyer, if the buyer is going to get the titles put in their name, they're going to use this same form as well. But in order to get replacement titles, you're going to have to fill this out. So let's run through it here. So I'm going to zoom in here, and you've got the VIN, which is the VIN for the mobile home. And by the way, if you have a double wide, you're going to have to fill out two of these, one for each side, one for side A, one for side B. So you need to search for the vehicle VIN identification number. Because you're getting replacement titles, you are not going to know what the title number is, more than likely, and that's okay. You can leave that blank. If you are transferring title to someone else, you're going to put the current title number in there on the title that you have in your hand. The make is going to be the manufacturer of the manufactured home. The model, typically there's going to be a model. Usually you can find this information on the, sometimes it's on the tax records. It'll actually say it there. And then body style is usually they usually just use manufactured home for the state of Georgia. A lot of times it's manufactured home. Maybe it says, sometimes it says double wide. I've seen in some cases where it says like the dimensions of the mobile home. You're going to fill this out. You don't have any, you can do exempt for the odometer exceptions, and you don't have to put anything for odometer reading. County of residence. I put the county where I live or where my office is. Year is going to be the year in the mobile home. You don't need to do color. You don't need to do cylinders. Don't need to do fuel type, all that stuff. And then current title state of issuance would be Georgia in most cases. You don't have to fill this section out for commercial vehicles. You're going to put the number of owners. So if you think or you suspect or you know that there is more than one owner, you probably want to put, 2 or 3 or however many it is. Or if there's only one owner on title, then you just put a 1 here and then say, no, none of that matters. And then for the owner name, you're going to put the current owner name, the person currently on title. If you don't know who that person is, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. If you think you're the owner and then they go search this in the system and find that it's in someone else's name, well, you're going to have to go to that person and have them fill that out. Now, there is a way for you to do this for someone else. There is a power of attorney form that you can fill out. The Georgia Department of Revenue has it available on your website, but you're still going to need to get the current owner, the owner on title, to sign that information. They're going to have to sign that power of attorney and get it notarized. And you will need 2 different power of attorney documents. If you have a double wide, you need 1 for each side. So make sure that you do that. If you have a triple wide, you're going to need 3. Okay, so you're going to fill out the full name, the date of birth, email address, driver's license number, state, all that stuff. There's no business name in this case, and you just put address here. And I would put the address of the home, of the manufactured home, wherever it is located, and then also put mailing address if it's different. You'll need the signature of the owner. Maybe that's you, maybe that's someone else. If you are filling this out as with a POA, you can sign, either you can bring these with you when you have the owner sign the POA to you, or you can just sign them and you put attorney in fact and put a date. If there are 2 owners, you're going to do the same. Put the second owner's information here. You don't need any of this. You don't need lessee information. Security or lien holder. If there's a lien holder on there, they're not going to give you replacement titles. If there's a lien holder, that lien's going to have to be satisfied, or they're going to have to put the lien holder's information in here and then reach out to the lien holder. But again, they're not going to give you replacement titles if there's a lien on it. Typically speaking, if there's a lien, the bank or the lender is holding on to those titles until it's paid off. And then down at the bottom here, if there is attorney in fact information, you would put that there. So attorney in fact would be the power of attorney. So you're going to put your name there, your mailing address, phone number, all that stuff. There's instructions here. So definitely follow the instructions. Obviously, I just gave you the instructions there. So you're going to do these replacement titles. You can take these to your local, the local county tax assessor or county tag office where the home is located. So you need to do it in the county in which it's located. Don't do it in your county. Do it where the county is located. If you get there and they tell you you need to go do it where you live, tell them they're wrong, because they are wrong. You have to do it in the county in which it's located. Or what you can do, and by the way, if you do it at the county, they're going to submit this information to Georgia Department of Revenue, and then you are going to within a couple weeks, although making this video in early 2024, and the U.S. Postal Service is having some struggles here in the Atlanta area with mail distribution, and it's taking a lot longer than normal. But normally speaking, within 2 weeks, you are going to get a blue envelope in the mail with the new titles in it. You're going to get 2 of these if there's a double wide. They'll be in separate envelopes. One title will be in one envelope, one title will be in the other envelope. You're going to get this blue envelope in the mail from Georgia Department of Revenue within a couple weeks, and that will have your new titles in it. And then if you want to sell it, you are just going to sign the back of the titles, the red part on the back, on the transferor's signature and transferor's name. And then you're going to give these signed titles to the buyer, whoever that person is. And then they're going to take them and fill out the top section on the title. And then they're going to fill out another MV1 form, and they're going to go get the titles transferred into their name. So that's what you need to do in that case once you get them. But if you're in a hurry and you need titles like today, guess what? There is somewhere you can go. Off of Camp Creek Parkway in Atlanta, down by Hartsfield Airport, off of Welcome All Road. So if you get off of 285 at Camp Creek Parkway, you're going to be heading, I guess that's east. I think that's east. You're heading east on Camp Creek Parkway, and you're going to head away from the airport on Camp Creek Parkway. I believe it's the 3rd traffic light or the 4th traffic light you come to. It's going to be called Welcome All Road Connector. You're going to hang a left there on Welcome All Road Connector, and then that connector is literally like 100 feet long or something. It's like really short, and then you're going to hang your next left, and you're going to go up the road and follow the signs, and then you will bang a right up the road, not even a mile up on the right. It's in an office park. You will see a sign for Georgia Department of Revenue. You're going to turn into that building. That's the Welcome All Road Tag Office. You can actually get same-day replacement titles for a mobile home there, also for cars as well. You cannot transfer title for mobile homes at that office. You can't do that. They won't let you do it. But if you need a replacement title, they can print out same-day replacement titles there for you at the office. You will need to bring all these forms just like you do at your other office. And if you have the power of attorney, you're going to need to bring a copy of the owner's ID and your ID. You should have your driver's license on you anyways. You're going to bring that with you, and then they will print out and give you replacement titles there on site. Now, make sure before you go that you confirm there are no outstanding liens on the title, because you can't get replacement titles if there's outstanding liens. Those liens are going to have to be released, paid off, whatever the case is. So make sure that you check with your local county. They'll be able to tell you if there's outstanding liens. Sometimes they won't tell you who it's through, but they'll tell you if there's outstanding liens. If there are no liens, then you should be able to get them same day walk out. But if there are liens on title, you're going to have to figure that out. I've got another video about dealing with liens on the titles. So once you've got those replacement titles, then you're good to go from there. At that point, you can choose to retire them if you want. But if you've got a pending sale that's going to be happening very, very soon, I don't recommend going ahead and retiring the titles now, because that can take up to like 6 weeks to do that before you get those back in the mail, or you get that there's a letter back that says that you've retired the titles. It takes some time. So if you need to do a sale right now, I suggest you just go ahead and sign the back of the titles, sign them over to the person. And if you're dealing with a sale where the buyer is getting a mortgage on the property and the lender is requiring the titles to be retired, you can pay, it's going to cost you added money, but you as the seller, because the buyer in most cases can't be required to pay for this, but you can pay to retire have the title company or the closing attorney retire the titles for you. If they don't know how to do that, then you need to find a different closing attorney, because most closing attorneys know how to do it right. They're going to do the T234. I've got another video about retiring the titles. You can do it yourself. It's not that hard. But if you need the attorney's office to do it for you, they can do it for you. I've done that in many closings in the past where we've gotten the replacement titles, signed them over to the buyers, and then actually, as soon as we got them, the attorney's office retired them for us. They did charge us a fee, several $100s to retire those titles, but they handled that for us and took care of it, so that was good. So because sometimes with these deals, time is of the essence. So I hope this video helps you out. I hope it answers some questions for you about getting replacement titles for a mobile home. If you have a mobile or manufactured home that you're interested in selling, you want a quick cash offer on it, we do make cash offers on mobile manufactured homes all over the state of Georgia. At gamobilehomebuyers.com, there is a form there on the website, or you can go to arborviewhomebuyers.com. Either website, there's a form there on the site. You can fill that out, and as soon as we get your form, we will be in touch with you ASAP, and we'd be happy to discuss your situation. So thanks for checking out this video. I'm Brad. I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.